having a business or tech business in Europe comes with some extra hurdles. And you can still thrive, same as with that Norwegian tech founder who moved to Switzerland. And they probably did a lot of other things that we don't know about to deal with all that bullshit. First thing that I'd like to know is to know, like, how is everyone dealing with this? Because it feels like we're all silos. And I have to say, it's also something that up until recently, you also self-censored yourself about.
100%. I think you mentioned a very important topic here. And what I've noticed as well is that if you really fundamentally want to discuss the issues that make this a more hostile or more static climate for innovation, entrepreneurial freedom, etc., then you often step into territory that can be highly controversial, as crazy as that sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've noticed is that when talking about this, if you want to write on LinkedIn,
You're careful.
You're very careful,
Yeah.
and you mince words, and you always think, what's the point, right? Because if I do this, I will get bombarded with all kinds of comments, slurs that are not constructive, that are negative. You get labeled for this and that. And I think that a lot of people feel the same way, and then they don't speak up publicly. So I think one of the greatest things we can achieve is that we start with finding each other. Because there are so many people like us who feel exactly the same way about certain fundamental issues about, for example, the EU. But you don't really find each other, not in large numbers. So I think if you find like-minded people and start speaking about it publicly together, I think that is a catalyst for real change.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the floodgates are open now. So it becomes a little bit more accepted to talk about these things, to talk about DEI or anything that you can have quite a critical opinion about.
Yeah.
And I think that is single-handedly done by Elon Musk, which I'm very thankful for. But yeah, you see it last week in the Joe Rogan episode with Marc-Andreessen. That's another sign to me. Hey, we can start talking about this.
It's refreshing that the Overton Window seems to open up a little bit more, or seems to shift. I listened to the Marc-Andreessen podcast, and it was a banger of an episode, right? A lot of people were talking about it.